the action from the second leg European Cup qualifier with GI Gotu. Rangers started the match 5-0 up from the first game. Describing the match highlights is Jim Delahunt.
So Rangers about to kick off the second leg European Champions Cup first round qualifier. Rangers leading 5-0 of course from the first leg in the Faroes last Wednesday. 2 goals each for Gordon Jury and Ali McCoist, and a single strike from Marco Negri, ensuring that tonight's match is a mere formality in terms of Rangers going through to a second qualifying round tie against Gothenburg. The first leg in the Ullevi Stadium 2 weeks tonight. The ultimate prize, of course, a coveted place in the New Look Champions League tournament to start in the autumn. And whether that is a truly Champions tournament in light of the new rules allowing certain runners-up the chance of qualification, well, that, of course, a debate for another evening. But the tournament certainly is the place to be. Rangers making 3 changes to their line-up tonight. Cleland, Alberts and Laudrup all drop out. They're replaced by Sergio Perini, Paul Gascoigne and Ali McCoist, who, of course, came on for Laudrup in the Faroes and scored 2 goals. The Rangers line-up this evening: Niemi in goals, a back 3 of Bjorklund, Perini and Moore, Tony Wiedmar pushing up on the left, Ferguson, Tern and Gascoigne in midfield, and up front for Rangers, Negri, Jury and McCoist. Only 2 changes in the Gotu side from the team which lost 5-0. A great shot there coming up from Ian Ferguson, which almost gave Rangers the lead. Ferguson picking the ball up 30 yards out, and that was almost 1-0 after less than a minute's play. Marco Negri running back looking for the ball from Tern. Ian Ferguson dispossessed. Tern makes amends. Perini plays it wide for Tony Wiedmar. Rangers playing some nice one-touch football. Bjorklund running forward now, looking for someone to make a run. Settles for Tern. Tern plays it into the box for Ali McCoist, manages to chest it down. McCoist looking for support, gets the cross in. Marco Negri chests it, tries to finish with his right foot, pulls to Gordon Jury, and that's the opening goal for Rangers. Gordon Jury makes it 1-0 for Rangers. Some lovely play on the left by Ali McCoist. Got the crossover, it was controlled on his chest by Marco Negri. He tried to shoot, deflected, and Gordon Jury got the shot in off the goalkeeper, Paul Gascoigne. He's linked up well with Negri tonight, looking for the Italian to make the run again. Gascoigne goes it alone, the spaces open up for him. Could this be a shot? He stumbles at the vital moment, and Tony Wiedmar tries to side foot that one into the net. Well, that really was a golden opportunity for Paul Gascoigne. A fantastic run from midfield. The defence opened up for him, and just at the vital moment, Gascoigne seemed to stub his toe in the turf. Gascoigne with the free kick. It's high into the box, headed on, and that's a goal by Marco Negri, but the referee, Marco Negri, has scored for Rangers. The free kick from Gascoigne. Gotu defence failed to clear, and Marco Negri had the easiest of tasks. Just a couple of minutes to go to half-time. We'll find out now if Rangers can make it 3-0. Paul Gascoigne on a run. He's beaten 2 men, he's beaten 3. He must score, and Paul Gascoigne side foots the ball past the post, having made a marvellous run from midfield. He really does look in the mood tonight, Paul Gascoigne. The Gotu defence opening up as Gascoigne surged forward, and Paul Gascoigne side foots the ball past the post, having made a marvellous run from midfield. Chance now for Magni Jarnskor. Testing one for Niemi, but he handles it well. And that will reassure the Rangers supporters as the referee blows for half-time here at Ibrox. Rangers go into the dressing room 2 goals ahead of FC Gotu from the Faroe Islands at 7-0 on aggregate. The first goal scored by Gordon Jury after 21 minutes. And the second goal for Rangers, scored by Marco Negri just a few minutes before half-time. At half-time here at Ibrox, it's Rangers 2, Gotu 0. So Gotu get the second half of this match underway. There's been a half-time substitution for Rangers. George Alberts has come on in place of the seemingly injured Paul Gascoigne. So Alberts, the German international, gets an early touch of the ball down the left-hand side. Plays it forward to Ali McCoist. Immediately dispossessed in the box. Referee waves play on. George Alberts wearing the number 10 jersey, which he'll wear throughout this European campaign, no matter how long it lasts. George Alberts seeing plenty of the ball within seconds of coming on as a substitute for Paul Gascoigne at half-time. And Rangers win the throw-in on the right. Chance here to build on this 2-0 half-time scoreline. Ian Ferguson tries to turn his defender. Chance for a left-foot shot. Comes off Ali McCoist. Certainly goal-bound, that shot. Ali McCoist getting in the way. Scored 2 goals in the Faroes last Wednesday to beat the existing Scottish scoring record in Europe, held up until last week by Willie Wallace, the former Hearts and Celtic player. McCoist now the proud possessor of that record. And here's Jonas' turn. Running forward, plenty of space, decides on the early cross. Marco Negri takes the ball down, looks for options, plays it out wide. George Alberts. Alberts thinking about the shot, looks as though he's going to have to cut back inside. Gets past the defender, cross comes over. Great header by Ali McCoist. And Rangers are 3 goals to the good. George Alberts it was who created that one. Slipped a couple of defenders on the left-hand side. Crossed the ball over. Marco Negri with the dummy run. And there was Alistair McCoist to score his 3rd goal of this tie. Put Rangers 3 goals up on the night. So Rangers with a throw-in on the right-hand side. McCoist leaves it for Craig Moore. Gordon Jury takes the ball. Turns well. Looks for Moore to make the run. Comes back inside. Now he's got space. Plays it to Negri. Negri with the back heel to McCoist. But again, the Gotu defence read that one pretty easily. Rangers are going to have to come up with something a little bit cleverer than that. They're going to add to this 3-0 scoreline. Here's Negri again, in space, running at the defence. And he earns a free kick about 20 yards from the goal line. Possibly a soft one, but it's a free kick nonetheless. And with Paul Gascoigne off the field, it looks as though this one will fall to George Alberts. And I don't fancy being in that Gotu wall one little bit. The referee takes him back 10 yards. He may be advised to go back a few yards more. Alberts blasts it. It's a goal. Straight through the wall, straight underneath the goalkeeper. And George Alberts makes it 4-0 to Rangers with a terrific free kick from 20 yards out. That's his speciality. Rangers pressing forward, looking for goal number 5, Marco Negri. And surely he's got down there, and that's a penalty kick to Rangers. Not much doubt about that one. Go-to number 2, Jannis Rasmussen, bringing down Marco Negri. And Alistair McCoist will have a chance to add to his European scoring record tally. But not before Gotu make a substitution. Number 18, Erlano Jurfos coming off to be replaced by Pauli Jarnskor. So McCoist to make it 5-0 for Rangers. Runs forward. And the goalkeeper saves it. That's a marvellous save by the goalkeeper. McCoist hangs his head in disgust. That really was a superb chance for Ali McCoist to add to his scoring record in Europe. Just 10 minutes remaining now. If there is going to be another change. Certainly no sign of movement from the Rangers bench. Tony Wiedmar on the ball at the moment. Certainly no test for Atienne Yemi tonight. And a chance now for McCoist to redeem himself after that penalty miss. Cleared up by Agniar Hojgaard. Ian Durant plays it for Tern. Durant again. Lovely 1-2 with Jonas Tern. He's got Alberts to his left, he uses him. Alberts gets the crossover. And Ali McCoist hits the bar. A lovely header from Ali McCoist, but it comes back off the crossbar. And McCoist denied a second goal. Alberts with the cross, Marco Negri with the header, and it's just wide. Another great chance for Rangers to add to the scoreline, and it's Sergio Porini who is going to be coming off to be replaced by Alec Cleland. And a marvellous reception for the ex-Juventus player from the Rangers crowd here tonight. He's made a fine impression. As the rain restarts here at Ibrox, Alex Cleland comes onto the field. Rangers will revert to a back four with Moore and Bjorkland, flanked by Cleland and Wiedmar. Just 7 minutes left here at Ibrox. Rangers 9-0 ahead on aggregate, 4 goals this evening. Promising, well, it was a promising run by the Gotu number 11, Rune Justinissen, but again the ball skidded off the turf and gave him little or no chance of catching that one. Ian Durant, lovely play. Durant now in space. He has Cleland on his right. He uses him. Cleland with the cross ball, and that's cleared. That was a lovely run by Ian Durant there. George Alberts tries to get it back into the middle. McCoist can't reach that one. Jonas Tern back to Alberts. Now Alberts, second attempt. Plays it out to Ian Ferguson. There was method in that madness. A great shot by Ian Ferguson. And that is 5-0, and that was superb play initially by George Alberts. He picked the ball up on the left. The obvious thing was to cross it into the middle, but he played a lovely pass to Ian Ferguson. Ferguson looked up, right foot shot, and that was buried in the net. Rangers 5, Gotu 0. We'll be in the Ullevi Stadium in Gothenburg 2 weeks tonight, when he will be expected to perform on the European stage, something he didn't do last year, but this man has done it tonight. Marco Negri has scored his second goal of the evening, and he took that particularly well, looked up, picked his spot, and a marvellous right foot shot to finish it off. Rangers 6, Gotu 0. European football for this man. He scored 1 in the first leg in the Faroes, 2 tonight. And as with Gascoigne, the test for Negri and company will come in Gothenburg in 2 weeks' time when the real business begins. But tonight, Rangers have competently disposed of Faroe Islands opposition by 6-0. The goals coming from Gordon Jury and Marco Negri in the first half. In the second half, Ali McCoist, George Alberts, Ian Ferguson, and man of the match, Marco Negri. The final score at Ibrox this evening, Rangers 6, GI Gotu 0.